And then let's see. So that, and then I have my frequency offering, which is just straight breath work and then sound. And I always have a different sound practitioner come and support me in that. And this month I have Brady Bloom. We've worked together a lot now, and I really love working with him. He's one of the, I think, the most talented like instrumentalists out there. He plays all sorts of drums. He plays harmonica. He sings. He has like a jaw harp. He uses this looping technology that he has this all set up, and he just like puts something down, and then he plays his harmonica, puts it down, and then he sings, puts it down. So he's making this whole like ambient creation of sound just like right before your eyes or your ears, I guess. So if you're around, that's next Saturday night, 7 to 8:30 p.m. And that one is it's not offered through Mosaic, it's offered technically through the local co-op. And so that one is $25, and you sign up through the local co-op. If you don't sign up ahead of time, most likely you'll be fine just showing up and paying when you get here, but it does like get pretty full. So if you want to come for sure, I would recommend signing up in advance. Okay, let's just practice yoga now. Any questions before we get started? So happy you're all here. I love coming home, especially this time. I'm really happy to be home. Okay, so comfortable seat. If you want to move a little bit through your physical body, stretch around, get your wiggles out, and just get some physical feedback. And then eventually settle into stillness, settle into your seated meditation. So lengthen through your spine, maybe even visualize your spine with your mind's eye. Feel into the length that's there. Feel into the energy that resides there. So your spine is biologically your nervous system, from the crown of your head all the way down to the base. And then in Eastern philosophy, it's your chakra system. So your chakras are just all these little nerve bundles along your spine, from the base all the way up to the crown. So start to feel into the energy that resides along this line, along your spinal column. Maybe you visualize it, maybe you see the different colors. And just see if you can notice where you feel sensation, where you feel intensity, where you feel lack of sensation, maybe where you feel tightness or heaviness. So just feeling into your body, or getting curious about what's there in a different way. Feeling around rather than thinking around. So just feeling around with your awareness, with your breath. Noticing what's there, noticing what you're holding, noticing what's moving through. And then next time you inhale, very intentionally, breathe in as big as you can. Move your breath all the way down into your low belly, your low back. And then when you're ready, big open mouth sigh, let it go. Ha. Again, like that, inhale, fill up. Hold in fullness. Extra sip if you can. And then big sigh. Ha. Very nice. One last time. Inhale, fill up. Pause. Extra sip. Big sigh when you're ready. Out your mouth. Ha. Good. Come forward onto your hands and your knees. So tabletop position. And start to drop into your Ujjayi breath as you explore intuitive movement through your body. So maybe you start with cat-cows. Inhale to arch your spine. Exhale to round your back. Maybe you start to circle your hips or move your hips from side to side. Maybe you sit back into a child's pose and just rest there as you drop deeper into your diaphragmatic Ujjayi breath. So your diaphragm It's not up in your throat. It's all the way down in your belly. See if you can feel the lowest lobes of your lungs expand with each inhale. Your belly and your low back expand. Each exhale all the way to emptiness. So with your Ujjayi breath, yes, you're breathing through your nose, but it's not just a typical nostril breath. You hear it, you feel it as it moves through your throat. Slow, intentional, mindful movement, feeling into what's there, feeling into those tight spaces, those stuck spaces, those hard edges. And as you begin to move and drop more into your body, maybe you notice your thoughts. Try to just observe them rather than getting involved in them. So for the next 60, 75 minutes, you do not have to fix anything. You do not have to show up anywhere besides right here for you. So give yourself that permission. As you are ready, downward facing dog is our destination. So you can start a transition back whenever you're ready. And maybe there's a vinyasa you want to take to get there. Maybe you want to come forward to plank and then press back to down dog a couple times. Once you're in your down dog, keep that exploration, that intuitive movement going. So it might be really small and subtle movement, almost stillness, but there's always some movement happening, even if it's on the inside. Maybe it's bigger, more dynamic movement. You want to take your leg to the sky, open your hip, circle your leg. So anything goes, feeling into your body today. So yes, I know most of us have done down dog hundreds of times before. We're pretty familiar with it. Approach it today as if it's the first time you've ever been in this pose. What would it feel like if you bent your knees more? What would it feel like if you press down into your big toe mounds a little more? What would it feel like if you spread your fingers wider, pressed into your thumbs and your index? What would it feel like if you could breathe bigger than you thought you could? Take one more inhalation into your down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold, top of your space. Be in your fold for just a moment, anywhere you want to go. So ragdoll, hands behind head, interlace your fingers. Nice job. See if you can keep your weight just slightly forward. So try not to rock back into your heels. Try not to lock out your knees. But even if you have a big bend in your knees, focus on lifting your sit bones up as you reach the crown of your head down. Each exhalation, feel your navel pull in and up towards your spine. And from that place, fold just a little further. Nice, Sydney. Take one more big deep breath, soft through your face. Unclench your jaw. Inhale to a halfway lift position, so spine parallel to the ground. Stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck long. Exhale, fold, and bow. Do that once more, halfway lift. So you should really feel a difference in these two postures. Your spine is long, your back muscles are hugging towards your spine. Exhale, fold, butt towards the sky, crown towards the ground. This time, come through your halfway lift and keep rising. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, high mountain, arms to the sky, stretch tall. Exhale, swan dive down. So stick your butt out. Maybe you bend your knees a lot, especially if you feel it in your low back. Good. Inhale to a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold, let it go. Uttanasana. Ha. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. Arms reach, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. One more time like that. Big, huge breaths. Inhale, reach up. High mountains, side bodies elongate. Swan dive as you exhale. Keep the length in your spine for as long as possible, then release. Nice, Chris. With your inhalation, find your halfway lift. And exhale, let it go. Fold deeply all the way to empty. Lead with your heart. Rise up. Arms to the sky. Nice, Sophia. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, friends. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Squeeze your shoulder blades towards your spine. Try not to lock out your elbows. So if you have a tendency to lock out your elbows, bend your elbows, press your palms together, and then imagine your elbows are magnetized. If you can, start to reach your hands back. And then everybody from here, you're gonna sit back into a chair pose. It will probably feel really awkward with your hands behind you. Weight in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes, spread them apart, wiggle them around. And then see if you can lift your heart a little bit. So rather than looking down at the ground, gaze forward, shoulders down away from your ears. Yes, take one more big deep breath. End of your exhale, keep your clasp, forward fold, just dive down. So crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. If you're pressing your palms together and that feels like too much at this point, you can let it go. Feel the stretch, the opening in the fronts of your shoulders. Relax your neck, let your head be very heavy. If it's helpful, bend your knees, lift your butt, lift your knuckles. One more inhale. Good work. Exhale, hands to your low back. Nice, Trav. Release your clasp, let your arms hang down. Maybe a little shake of your arms or your head. With your next inhalation, find a spinal extension, nice and long. Realign your spine. Good, Jana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank position. So top of a push-up. Spread your fingers really wide and actively push the ground away. See if you can feel your belly button drawing in and up, and then puff up into your back body with each breath. You want to feel your breath in your back body especially. Start to take little baby rocks forward and back, just an inch or so of movement. So nothing changes in the position of your body. You're just working the mobility through your wrists, your hands, your fingers, your feet, your toes, your ankles. Next time you inhale, rock forward just that tiny bit. Knees can come down to modify, lower halfway. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Shoulder blades hug your spine. Inhale, push back up. Do that again. Little rock forward, lower halfway. Strong arms, strong belly. Good. Inhale, push up. Slow as you can go all the way down. Nice job. Awesome, Paul. With your inhalation, you choose any back bend you want, any heart opener. So Spider-Man Cobra, Sphinx pose, baby cobra, upward facing dog. Couple breaths or so if you want. Feel around, and then downward facing dog as you're ready. Back in your down dog, you've got about 5 big, deep Ujjayi breaths. In your dog pose, you can move, you can explore. You could turn it into a turbo dog if you want. Bend your elbows, hug them in. Your forearms hover just an inch or so above the ground. Everybody feel a connection to your center. So as if there's an invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up and tugging towards the top corner of the back wall. So rather than feeling like all of your weight's coming down into your hands and it's heavy, feel like you're lifting, you're lengthening, energy is moving up into your center. You're light, you're buoyant. Feel that with each inhale. Take one more big inhalation and feel that lightness from the inside out. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold. As you breathe in, find your halfway lift, spine parallel to the ground, like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Exhale, fold all the way to empty, navel to spine connection, reverse swan dive all the way up. Inhale, stretch your arms up, maybe gaze up, hands to heart, exhale. Good. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then as you exhale this time, just cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, lift your heart. Inhale, re-extend, realign. So neutralize your pelvis and your spine. And then exhale, chair pose, but swing your arms back behind you. So chair plane, or if you would like, you can turn this into a little balance challenge, drinking bird, lift up to your tiptoes. If you lift to your tiptoes, here's a little fun, playful way to be in the pose. If you want, is see if you can straighten your legs. Drinking bird, dip your beak low, squeeze through your inner thighs. Wherever you are working, good, make sure your breath is there. Beautiful, friends. Next time you inhale, high mountain. So you can stay on your tiptoes if you want. Get as tall as you can all the way up. Good, nice, Brenda. Stay on your tiptoes if you want. Swan dive down, forward fold. Carry, halfway lift position, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Move through your own vinyasa in your own way. Add or subtract whatever you like. Take an extra couple of breaths in your heart opener. Maybe grab a quick child's pose. Back to down dog. Eventually find your breath. All right, from your dog pose, next time you breathe in, take your right leg to the sky. Nice job, you guys. So notice if when you lifted your right leg up, you got lazy in your left hip. Did you kind of sink out to your left side? See if you can hug in with your left inner thigh. And that might mean that you bend your left knee and lift up to the ball of your left foot. So it's just a more active way of being in the pose. If you don't like it, you don't have to do it, but maybe just play with it. Feel around and see what more this pose has to offer. Take one more big inhale, lengthen from your fingertips all the way up to your heel or your toes. Exhale, right knee to your nose. So round your spinal lock, curl in, stay here as you breathe in. Yes, exhale, softly step forward, low lunge. Give yourself about 3 or 4 rounds of breath to just explore your legs. So maybe back knee comes down. Maybe you straighten your front leg. Maybe you open your front hip. Maybe all you do is close your eyes and see if you can put your awareness inside your legs. Just feel what's there and breathe. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. It doesn't matter what it looks like on the outside. As you are ready, you will rise up to crescent lunge. So no rush. Take your time, but eventually rise up and settle in. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. And the stability in your crescent lunge comes from hugging towards midline. So a lot of times I see people with a really short stance, their back heel's almost on the ground. It makes them feel more stable. I think it's an illusion. If you can, widen your stance and then really strong, hug in. That's the stability. You can bounce around. Your legs are really stable. Your back leg is just as strong as your front leg. You feel that connection to your center, lowest, deepest abdominals lift, heart lifts, arms reach high. So how powerful can you feel in this pose? And then can you soften around it? Take one more big inhalation, reach up. Nice job. Exhale, bring your hands down to your front thigh and lean forward. If you need to, you can scoot your back foot forward just an inch or so. Hug in with your inner thighs. Push your hands into your front thigh and pull your belly button back and up like you're trying to puff up through your low back. From here, lean forward, float your back foot off the ground. Hips are square, so if it's helpful, bend your standing leg a lot. Good, Sydney. Back of your neck long, gaze down. Puff up through your low back, navel to spine connection. Good, you look so awesome. Stay here or add some arms. One or both arms could reach forward, out to the sides, back, prayer hands. Take one last round. Very nice, my friends. Come back to your crescent lunge, soft landing if possible. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the ground. Let's take a twist. Left hand on the ground or a block, right arm to the sky. So open up through the right side of your heart. See if you can find the strength in your legs, even here. So your legs are your strong foundation. Pull your front hip back, but at the same time, your front knee is magnetized to your left armpit. Yeah. And imagine the power of the pose is coming out of your back foot, moving through your back leg, connecting to your center. Take one more deep breath. Exhale and twist to your edge. End of your exhale. Unwind. Walk your hands all the way over to the left long edge of your yoga mat. Parallel your feet. Straighten out your legs. Wherever you want to go for about 5 breaths. Good job, you guys. Make sure your breath comes with you. You can be restful. You can be more active, challenge yourself, be playful. So there's no right or wrong, but how do you feel today? And what would your body benefit from today? Go there, honor that. Take deep breaths, open mouth exhales at any time. Very nice, my friends. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift. Now listen, as you exhale, root into your feet and rise all the way to stand. Take your arms to the sky, breathe in here. And then as you exhale, warrior 2 stand. So pivot your front toes forward, bend your front knee, right arm forward, left arm back. Take a moment to settle into your stance. You might even close your eyes and feel your warrior 2 from the inside. You guys look so good. Wrap your front butt cheek underneath you. Nice bend and track your front knee towards your pinky toe. Beautiful. Next inhalation, reverse your warrior. So front palm rotates up, reach back, lengthen through your right side. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Beautiful. Lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. If there's a variation you want to take, go for it. Couple more breaths. One last inhale. As you exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, pivot to the ball of your back foot. From here, standing splits. Right foot roots down, left leg floats up. All it is a one-legged forward fold. Relax your neck. If you want to play handstand hops, play with your balance, right arm behind right leg, go for it. See if you can feel that connection to your center so it doesn't feel heavy like all the weight's coming down, but rather right inner thigh hugs in, belly button lifts up. You look so good. Take one more inhale. Exhale, set your left foot down at the top of your mat, forward fold. If your right leg wants a little shakeout, go for it. And then as you're ready, big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl. So tiny little potato bug ball, butt towards the ground, nose towards your knee. And you can either intentionally lift your heels up high or intentionally press your heels towards the ground. The first works strength, second works flexibility. Good, get as small as you can with your exhales. Take one more round, big deep breath. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. Arms reach up, pause here. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch over to the right, hips go left. If you were here on Tuesday, we added some legs, like a curtsy squat. So if you want, feel free to add some legs. Left tiptoes off the right side of your mat. Keep your hips square, lift your left rib cage up out of your left hip. Take one more big deep breath. Inhale back to center, both feet on the ground. Switch your grip. Other side as you exhale, legs are optional. Right rib cage up. So imagine you're trying to press your right ribs towards the sky. Nice trap. Yeah, if you're taking the legs, your knees can be bent like you're squatting, or you can work your legs towards straight, just working length, squeeze through your inner thighs. Beautiful, one last round. Okay, hips square, come back to the center, breathe in, both feet on the ground. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms. Make this come from your mid and your upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Take your vinyasa however you would like. See you back in down dog. Thanks, Brenda. All right, Ujjayi breath. Reconnect to it if you've lost it. Fire it up. So feel the power that comes from your breath. Powers you from the inside. So rather than fighting against your breath, learn how to use it. It's the greatest tool you have in your practice. I think it's one of the greatest tools we have in our life. Take a big inhale, left leg to the sky. Square off your hips. Good. You guys look so good. Notice if you got lazy in your right leg, if you sunk into your right hip. So right inner thigh hugs in and you still feel integrated, connected. You feel your belly button pulling in and up, that connection to center. You feel stable and strong. Beautiful poses. Press into the ground. Press up through your left foot. Make your left foot active. One more inhale. Very nice. Exhale, left knee to your nose. Round your spine. You should be on your back. Tippy toes as high as you can. Breathe in. Push the ground away. Step forward softly. Breathe out. Take a moment to move your legs in whatever way you would like. Anything goes. So straighten your front leg, open your front hip, back knee can come down. Feel around. In your next couple of breaths, high crescent lunge. Good. Very nice. So try to find your widest stance. And then once you've got the length, now you can work that hugging in. So hugging towards midline. You feel really strong and stable. Back leg should feel just as powerful as your front leg. Your weight should feel centered. Navel to spine. Lift your heart. Lift your gaze. Reach your arms up high. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to your front thighs. So lean forward a bit. Diagonal line of energy from the crown of your head back to your heel. Hug in with your inner thighs. Pull your belly button in and up. Puff up your low back. It almost feels like you're rounding your low back. When you're ready, back foot floats up. So lean forward even more. Keep your back leg strong. Yeah. So rather than feeling like you're in spinal extension, like a back bend, feel like you're in spinal flexion, at least through your low back. So you want to feel your navel to spine connection, your hips square, bend your standing leg if needed. Yes, very good. Nice, Chris. One more round. Add arms if you want. Come back to crescent lunge. Beautiful, Jana. Land softly if possible. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to the ground. Twisted lunge. So stay in your legs. Right hand on the ground or a block. Left arm to the sky. So rather than collapsing through your back leg, or your hips. See if you can feel the power coming from your back foot. Move it through your back leg, connect to your center, front hip pulls back, but at the same time, front knee is hugging towards your right armpit. Nice pull. Breathe down into your belly. As you exhale, imagine you're trying to pull your belly button back and up away from your thigh. End of your exhalation, unwind. Wide-legged straddle. Hands over to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet wherever you want to go for about 5 rounds of breath. So play. Feel subtle movement and be still if you'd like. Anything goes, whatever will best serve you and your body. I think being playful on your mat, teaching yourself it's okay to try new things and fail. It's one of the greatest things we can teach ourselves. Helps us try things out there in real life, learn to fail and get back up again. Next time you inhale, friends, come to a halfway lift position. And then as you exhale, navel to spine, and just rise all the way up. So lift your upper body, unhinge at your hips. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior 2 stance. So front toes, left toes pivot forward. And then left hand and the left arm reaches forward, right arm reaches back. Beautiful. Your hips are open. See if you can feel a neutral pelvis while allowing your hips to open. So rather than shooting your right hip towards the right side of the room, pull it back a little bit. Wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. Track your left knee towards your pinky toe. Good, Kate. Next, inhale, reverse warrior. So rotate your front palm up, reach up, and then reach up more, then reach slightly back. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Lift your left rib cage up away from your left hip. Breathe into that space. Breathe into your left waistline. If there's a variation you want to take, go for it. You've got about 2 more rounds of breath. Soft through your face. Loosen up through your forehead, your jaw. Big inhale, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Standing splits, right leg floats high. So reach your right leg up as high as it will go. Even if that's an inch away from the ground, I do not care. Hug in with your left inner thigh. Lift up from your belly button, from your center, over and over again. Find your connection to center, navel to spine at the bottom of each exhale. If you want to play with balance, play with handstand hops, go for it. You never have to arrive anywhere in yoga. That's the beauty. It's always just playing. It's always about the journey. Take one more big, huge inhale. Nice trab. Exhale, set your right foot down at the top of your mat. If your left leg wants a little shakeout, go for it. When you're ready, big toes touch, little gap in between your heels, tuck and curl, tiny little potato bug ball. You can stay in a potato bug ball, or you can turn it into a toe stand if you'd like. So you just squeeze in with your inner heels, inner thighs, inner knees, point your knees straight forward, bring your hands to your heart. Balance on your tiptoes. Wherever you're at, about 2 more slow, deep breaths. We will move through that entire sequence a couple more times, like a moving meditation, breath to movement. If at any time you want to take a break, you want to move on your own, always, that is fine with me. Next time you inhale, meet in a halfway lift. We'll hold here for an extra breath. So really work into the length in your spine, your side bodies, back of your neck. And end of your next exhalation, let it go. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. Arms reach up, gaze up, hands to heart as you exhale. All right, here we go, friends. Inhale, take your arms to the sky. You can widen your stance if you want to. Exhale, baby back bend, cactus your arms, lift your heart, make it come from your mid and your upper back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Share plane or drinking bird. Bend your knees, swing your arms back, maybe float to tiptoes. If you want to play with straightening your legs, dipping your beak, go for it. Inhale, high mountain. Maybe you stay on your tiptoes. Let your legs shake, let your feet shake. Be with that. Exhale, swan dive down. Maybe you keep your heels lifted as you dive. Ah, nice tall halfway lift. Breathe in, heels are on the ground. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going as you lower down. Heart lifts, inhale. Hips lift, exhale. Inhale, take your right leg back and up, strong and powerful. Now use your exhale to slowly and softly step your right foot forward, low lunge. Good, then rise with your in-breath, crescent lunge, strong legs, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, navel to spine, prepare for your balance. Inhale, back foot floats off the ground, back leg strong. Stay here as you exhale, option for some arms if you'd like. Yes, inhale, back to crescent lunge, soft landing. Exhale, hands to the ground, good work. You got your twist. Breathe in, lift your right arm to the sky, open through the right side of your heart. Exhale, unwind. Walk your hands over to the left long edge of your mat. Listen carefully. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Dive as deep as you can. Crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. Root through your feet. Reverse swan dive all the way up. Arms up. Breathe in. Exhale, warrior two. Right toes forward, right arm forward. Bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up, reach back. Fill up with breath. Good. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Low lunge. Inhale, standing splits. Take a hop if you want to. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Get small. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Root through your feet. Rise all the way up. Arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Exhale, side body stretch to the right. Add legs if you want to. Back to center, switch your grip. Other side with your exhale, legs are optional. Inhale, back up. Baby back bend with your exhalation. Bottom tips of shoulder blades squeeze, lift your sternum. Beautiful, realign, re-extend, reach up. Swan dive with your exhale, traction out your spine, then release. Beautiful, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, keep that exhale going as you lower, chaturanga. Heart lifts, breathe in. Nice, Sophia, hips lift, breathe out. Beautiful, Kate. Left leg to the sky. Inhale, strong through your left leg, active through your left foot. Use your core, step your left foot through softly. Good, rise, crescent lunge, lift your heart, lift your gaze, strong legs. Good, Chris. Exhale, hands to your front thigh. Pause here, prepare for your balance, navel to spine. Inhale, back foot floats up, back leg strong. Stay for your exhale, optional arms. Good. Back to crescent lunge. Breathe in, soft landing. Hands to the ground, breathe out. Twist with your inhale, left arm to the sky. Open up, maybe gaze up. Exhale, unwind. Sweep your hands over the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. With your exhale, fold as deep as you can, all the way to emptying your breath. Root through your feet, reverse swan dive. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, warrior two. Adjust your stance, reach forward and back. Reverse, inhale, reach up, reach back, lift your left rib cage away from your hip. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position. Get ready to balance. Inhale, standing splits, right leg high. Take a hop if you want to. Tiny little potato bug ball. Exhale, if you want to modify, just a forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Good, exhale, fold in. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms reach, gaze up, lots of length. Exhale, hands to heart. One more time, just like that. Inhale, reach up and stretch. Exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms, lift your heart. Navel to spine to protect your low back. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Chair plane or drinking bird, this is your last time. Hinge forward, reach back, maybe lift to tiptoes, maybe dip your beak. High mountain as you inhale, as tall as you can grow. Maybe you're still on your tiptoes. Stay there if you want a balance challenge. Swan dive down, exhale. Good, halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, plant your hands, step or hop back, chaturanga. Strong arms, strong belly. Lift your heart as you inhale. Lift your hips as you exhale. Listen carefully. Inhale your right leg to the sky. You can hold here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Nice carry. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right armpit. Get as high as you can. Maybe bend your elbows, add a little push-up. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, three-legged dog. Now, everyone, knee to your nose and step through softly. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise. Exhale, hands to your front thighs. Set up for your balance, navel to spine connection. Inhale, float your back foot off the ground. Long, strong line of energy. Stay for your exhale, option for some arms. Good, back to crescent, soft landing if possible. Nice tall, arms reach up, gaze up. Beautiful, hands to the ground. Twist with your in-breath. Right arm to the sky, open up. Exhale, unwind, hands to the left, long edge of your mat, parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, breathe in. Nice, Sydney. Exhale, fold deeply all the way to empty. Root through your feet, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, arms to the sky. Warrior two, exhale, right toes forward, right arm forward, bend your right knee. Inhale, reverse, reach up, reach back, keep that deep bend in your front knee. Listen, friends, exhale, side angle. So this time, come back through warrior two, reach forward, tip it over. You can hang out in side angle, find your own variation. Or if you would like, option for balancing half moon. So wherever you want to go, about 3 or 4 deep breaths. Yes, heart is open, hips are open. Move your breath all the way down into your belly. Take one more round. See if you can land in a warrior two softly. So just playing. Settle into your warrior two. Let's take one more reverse. Inhale, stretch out your right side. And exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Back to our flow. You're in a low lunge. Standing splits, left leg floats up. Lift it high and then exhale. Tiny little potato bug ball. If you're modifying, just a forward fold. Halfway lift with your in-breath. Stick your butt out, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold in. Root through your feet, rise up. Arms to the sky. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Side body stretch to the right. Option for legs if you want them. Inhale through center, switch your grip. Legs are always optional. Other side with your exhalation. Inhale back to center. Baby back bend with your exhale. Work it from your mid and your upper back. Feel the strength and support there. Arms re-extend, spine realigns, breathe in. Swan dive down, stick with it. You are almost there. Use your breath, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, open your heart, shoulders back and down. Exhale, lift your hips. All right, inhale your left leg to the sky. You can hang out here or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your obliques, push the ground away. Inhale, three-legged dog, stretch it out. Exhale, left to left, come forward, shoulders over wrists, awesome bend. Maybe add that push up. Inhale, three-legged. Now everyone knee to your nose and step forward softly. Rise with your inhale, crescent lunge. Strong legs, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to your front thigh. Connect to your center, prepare for your balance. Inhale, back foot floats up. Back leg strong, stay for your exhale. Add some arms if you want, square hips. And back to crescent lunge, soft landing, breathe in. Beautiful, exhale, hands down, nice jhana. Inhale, you've got your twist, left arm to the sky, open through the left side of your heart. Exhale, unwind, sweep your hands to the right long edge of your mat. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, dive as deep as you can, all the way to empty in your breath. From the press of your feet, root down, rise up. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, warrior two. So adjust your stance. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach up, reach back. Now adding on, exhale, side angle, come through warrior two, reach forward, tip it over. You can stay in side angle, work into any expression you'd like, or play with balancing half moon. Left hand reaches forward, maybe your left hand is on a block. Good, open through your heart and your hips. Wherever you're at, 2 more deep breaths. If you fall in and out of the pose, awesome. That means you're challenging yourself, you're teaching yourself. It's okay to try new things and to not be perfect right away. Take 1 more round. Come back to warrior two, soft landing if possible. So warrior two, adjust your stance once you arrive. Settle in. We'll take 1 more reverse warrior. So next inhale, up and back with your left arm, lengthen your left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down, low lunge position, back to our flow. Inhale, standing splits, right leg floats high. Tiny little potato bug ball, get small, curl in. Halfway lift, breathe in. Now listen, friends. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Pause in your plank. Lower down to your forearms, forearm plank. So take a moment, find your strength. Navel to spine connection, shoulders over elbows, elbows no wider than your shoulders. Forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide, or to modify, you can interlace your fingers. Slowly start to crawl your toes towards your elbows, lift your hips as high as you can. Don't let your elbows drift apart, coming into dolphin. Don't let your head touch the ground, push the ground away. This is one of the least comfortable poses, in my opinion, but it's so good for our shoulders and our upper back. Imagine you're trying to press your chest towards the back of the room as you lift your hips higher. That invisible rope is not pulling towards the top corner of the back wall, but it's pulling straight up now. You can stay where you're at, or you can play, maybe lift one leg and then the other, maybe even take a couple hops. See if you can stay in your dolphin for just 3 more breaths. I know it's a lot. I know it's intense. You are so much stronger than your mind would ever want you to believe you are. Use your breath. Soften your face. Hug in with your elbows and your upper arms. One last inhale. Maybe open mouth exhale. Let your knees come down. Child's pose, embryo pose, or hero's pose. So take a rest. Feel your body. Feel the energy running through you. Feel all those little energy centers, those little nerve bundles along your spinal column. Slow down your breath. As you're ready, my friends, let's say in your next couple of rounds or so, downward facing dog. All right, from your dog pose, inhale, take your right leg to the sky. And this time, everybody open up your right hip. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. See if you can feel that come from your right hip rather than from your shoulders. You can stay here. This is a wonderful stretch. If this feels really good, maybe this is where you stay. Option to flip your dog if you would like. So right foot comes down, right arm reaches forward, heart forward, lift your hips up. So try to get any flexion, any bend out of the front of your hips. Breathe down into your belly. Take one more round if you're in the back bend. Beautiful. Come back to a 3-legged dog pose. And then everybody, see if you can feel square hips now. Feel the difference. Yes. Take one more inhale with your right leg high, square hips. Exhale, step your right foot to the top of your space, low lunge. All right, from your low lunge, right foot roots down. This is a big movement. All the way up to standing staff, left knee lifts. We're gonna go back and forth a few times through those 2 poses. So exhale, low lunge. Inhale, standing staff. Move slowly and intentionally. As you move into your low lunge, try to get your fingertips and toes to touch down at the exact same time. Yeah, and if you want to pause in a warrior 3, find that for a moment. Breathe there for a moment. Go for it. So just this exploration of balancing on your right foot, coming to stand, and then returning back to your lunge. If you want to extend your left leg when you arrive in standing staff, go for it. I want you to feel your right hip getting hot, building heat. We're going to stretch it out in just a moment. So we first are heating it up, and it'll feel really good to stretch it out. Take about 2 more rounds, slow and intentional, focused and alert, calm and relaxed, all at the same time. Good job. Finish the round you're on, or take 1 more and then end up in your low lunge position. Good job. From your low lunge, my friends, 3-legged down dog. Take your right leg to the sky. Might feel nice to give it a little shake out or open up your hip. When you are ready, pigeon pose. Right shin to the top of your mat. Gently set your body down. So right knee towards the outer right edge of your mat. And then pull. So rather than sitting onto your right butt cheek, like I know it's tempting, just being lazy with it, try to pull your front hip back, back hip forward. This is what we call the integrity of the pose. Keep pulling your right hip back, even slightly up as you take your heart forward. Good. Try to spread your front toes. So even if they don't move, have the intention of spreading them. You're activating through your toes. Big, huge breaths. Take about 4 or 5 more rounds. Open mouth exhales at any time. And then as you're ready, just slowly start transitioning. You'll meet back in down dog. So however you want to get there. Any movements you want to take. Maybe some cat cows, some hip circles. Vinyasa. Yeah, so feel free to stretch around, move around a little bit in your next couple breaths. Downward facing dog. And find your breath out of your mind, into your body. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Without shifting through your shoulders or your hands, see if you can open your left hip. So bend your knee and reach it out and up. It's like your left hip is a hinge on a door and your left leg is the door. It just swings open, active through your left foot. Stay here, or option to flip. Left foot comes down behind you. Nice, Kate. And then reach your left arm forward. If there were a mirror on the front wall, you want to look at yourself in that mirror. So reach your heart forward so you can gaze forward. Lift your hips, breathe down into your belly. Beautiful, awesome, Chris. End of your exhale, come back, three-legged down dog. Take a moment and square off your hips. So feel the difference between open hips and square hips. One more big inhale, left leg stretches long. Exhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge. From low lunge, you've got that big movement all the way up to standing staff. So rise up, reach up, right knee lifts, right foot active, and then slowly back to your low lunge. Fingertips and toes touch at the exact same time. Back and forth, and if you want to make it more challenging for yourself, you can extend your right leg forward in your standing staff. You can take a pause in a warrior 3 position as you transition back. Really root through your left foot. Stay connected to your center as you transition. So start to transition less with momentum, more with connection, more with integrity. Focused and alert, calm and relaxed all at the same time. Take about 2 more rounds. Good. So allow that heat to build in your left leg. That's what we want, especially your left hip. Nice job, you guys. After at least 2 more rounds, or if you took more on the other side, you feel like you want to take more, go for it. I definitely will not stop you. Meet in your low lunge. So right toes to the back of your mat when you're ready, low lunge. Good. Hands frame your front foot. 3-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up. It might feel nice to shake it out or to open up your hip. As you're ready, pigeon pose. Left shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. You can spread through your left toes, pull your left hip back and even slightly up. So if there was a rope attached to your left butt cheek, it's pulling back and straight up towards the ceiling. Take about 3 to 5 more rounds. Just allowing yourself to sit in discomfort, maybe. Just sit with a lot of sensation, not trying to make it go away. It's impossible to force anything away. It has to be relaxed into. So breath by breath, just softening, relaxing around the sensation, embracing the sensation, feeling it more. Last couple rounds, maybe you want to take an open mouth sigh. And then when you feel pretty even on both sides, I'll just leave it up to you, no rush. Start that transition back to one final down dog. And if you're on your back and you want to wait for us there, take some movements on your back instead, fine with me. Any movement to get back to down dog. So one last vinyasa, maybe some cat-cow. Good. Once you're back in your final down dog, just feel and breathe into all the space you've created. Feel that long line of energy from the crown of your head all the way down to the base of your spine. Feel your breath flow through that line, connecting your soma, your body, to your psyche, your mind, with your breath. End of your next exhale, just set your knees down gently. Find your way onto your back, however you want to get there. You can face whichever direction you prefer. And once you're on your back, just draw your knees towards your belly and find a gentle rock from side to side. Give your low back a nice little massage. Supine spinal twist of your choice. Let your knees fall over to the right side or your legs to the right side. Left arm out to the left, or cactus position with your left arm. Gaze up or over your left shoulder. Feel your breath move all the way down. All the way to empty with each exhale, relaxing more. Your next couple of rounds, switch to the other side. Take your time as you come through center, neutralize, take a little rock, give your knees a squeeze, maybe a full body stretch. Square your shoulders towards the ceiling and see if you can let them open. Rather than rounding through your shoulders and shrugging your shoulders towards your ears, especially your right shoulder, see if you can keep it down. Keep your neck long. And when you feel even on both sides, no rush, so take your time. Come back to center and choose any inversion for about 7 to 10 breaths. So anything that puts your hips or your legs higher than your heart. It can be something more restorative, and feel free. We have plenty of space in here today. So if you want to move your mat over to a wall or anything like that, feel free. And then after 7 to 10 rounds in your own inversion, or maybe a couple different inversions, slowly come out and take any counter poses of choice. So maybe a happy baby, maybe a full body stretch, maybe just giving your knees one last big squeeze, tiny little potato bug ball, but you're on the ground now. And then slowly start your transition into your final relaxation, your final resting pose. And as you move towards your Shavasana, my thought for you, this is by Cory Muscara. It says, to watch your mind think means you are bigger than your thoughts. To sense what your body feels means you are bigger than your emotions. You are the observer. To watch your mind think means you are bigger than your thoughts. To sense what your body feels means you are bigger than your emotions. You are the observer. So for these last few moments, you are the observer. You are the watcher. You are the witness. You have nothing you need to fix or change or control. And as I play my bowls, invitation to just feel the vibrations, to feel the frequency, to feel the energy as it moves through you. So not so much hearing it with your brain or with just your head, but feeling it through your body. And if it feels uncomfortable or overwhelming, see if you can be with it the same way you would be with an uncomfortable yoga pose. Those big, spacious breaths. Soften with your exhale. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And start to wiggle slowly through your body, fingers, toes. As you feel ready, roll to either side. Take a moment in fetal position. I'm just gonna let your practice, let that sound bath settle, seep in, soak in. Can you visualize that in some way? All those little energy centers along your spine just lighting up. And using the strength in your arms, guide yourself up into seated meditation. So closing our practice right where we began. Sit up nice and tall. Close your eyes and gather your hands to your heart. Bow your head to your heart and acknowledge yourself for being here, for showing up, for taking time to go inward, to feel your body more, to be more present. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. Namaste. Thanks, guys.